Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you guys are doing great. So we recently made an AI call assistant for a dental clinic in the USA. They wanted it to be 100% HIPAA compliant, which means total data privacy and no control in the hands of any third party. So what we had to do was we made use of Retell AI for setting up the AI call assistant. For automations, we used N8N because it's open source and you can self-host it even on Azure. So then another challenge was to integrate this custom CRM, and that was basically open data.
Okay, so these are the total states that we created, and these are the automations. Total use case was quite complex. For the inbound, we did not just had to make an AI call assistant that could book appointment 24/7 in multi languages, but it had to verify your record, tell you details of your appointments, cancel or reschedule your appointments, even create the referral bonuses for the doctors who referred the patient, create notes of the patient before his checkup, all of that. And for the outbound, it had to follow up calls to the patient before the appointment, get customer reviews, and keep check on them if they are taking the medication properly or not. But in this video, I will share with you how you can create your own AI call assistant using Retell AI and N8N automations, and then creating the patient record and its appointment details on Open Dental CRM. But this, guys, is a very simple form of this whole complex use case. You can say it's a kind of a basic blueprint for you guys to have an understanding of how the whole thing works. First is you have to go to retellai.com. Over here you have got the option of try for free, or you can log in if you have already created the account. So we're gonna click on try for free, and then you have got the option to enter the email, and also you can continue with the Google as well. So once you sign in or sign up, then you will be directed towards the Retell.ai dashboard. Okay, so now let me help you go through the process step by step. And here we have got multiple options. You can simply integrate your phone number, you can perform the batch calling, you can see the call history, the analytics are there, the billing part is there. So now we'll go to the agent part. There's an option of create an agent on the right top. You click on that and then you click on voice agent. So now you have got multiple options, conversational flow, and then you have got simple prompt agent for the very basic use cases. But we are going to make use of multi-prompt agent. So this is the one that you have to click. You have to click start from the blank, click this create button. So basically I have already created the blueprint for you and I have attached the file in the description. So what you guys can do is, instead of writing all of that, you can simply click on the import button over here, and then you can simply drag and drop this blueprint file over here. So you have got everything made up already, so you just have to follow the instructions and that's it. We have got multiple options over here and I'm going to help you go through them step by step. This is the core personality of our AI agent. We have got multiple titles over here. There's the option of general inquiries, clinical concerns. There's also a disclaimer that you don't have to provide the medical advice. These are the must to do's, must not to do's, disclaimers. Important note, oh okay, we have also defined the timeline over here that you have to follow the timeline of America, Chicago, and we will play most of the game over here when we'll explore the state part. So okay, we're gonna go step by step. So now we have got the option to choose the model, and we have chosen 4o, and even if you choose 4.1, I would still prefer 4o. I don't know why, but I have better experience with 4o right now. These are the advanced features that I don't think so you need to get into right now for this basic tutorial. Then you can also choose the voice. You have got the option which voice would you prefer. You can choose the gender, you can choose the accent. Let's just explore some random voices over here.
Greetings, I'm Billy, your AI customer service representative, standing by to provide prompt.
I'm Amy, your digital assistant, ready to navigate through challenges and streamline your day.
You can add the custom voice as well. You can create your custom voice. If you want, you can simply click on add a custom voice. So you can choose the language. You have got multiple options: French, Chinese, German, Japanese. And now you also have to define the welcome message. Do you want AI to initiate it? Do you want the user to say the first word and then the AI to start? Do you want the message to be dynamic, like AI will choose what it has to say by using its intelligence, or you want predefined welcome message? So then we have got the option of functions. So we have just added one function over here, and that is the end call function. So you have got multiple other options as well. You can integrate cal.com
You can integrate the IVR navigation. You can also send the message, and then there's also the option of custom function. So we will explore this custom function later on in the states part. This looks complicated, but believe me guys, it's very simple. You don't need any coding knowledge to get familiar with this. So now we have got the option of knowledge base. So by that what we mean, GPT-4o has a lot of knowledge, but if you have some custom or personalized knowledge, let's suppose maybe if you are building for some restaurant and you need to tell it that these are the rates of these items and this is the office time and this is the location of the office, all of that stuff you can basically add over here in the knowledge base. And if you click on add a new knowledge base, you will be redirected to another page, or you can say another section of Retell.ai, as I showed you in the beginning as well. So you can simply click over here and you can simply name it. Maybe we can say test for now, and then you have the option add the website, and this Retell.ai will go through your website and it will fetch the data from there and it will train your AI agent with that data. You can upload the files as well. You can upload the simple text as well. Depends on you. So right now we are not going to add any knowledge base. And then we have got the option of speech setting. Okay, so now you can add the background music. There are several options. It basically makes the voice look more natural. Okay, so if this is an outbound call and if your AI detects a voicemail, you can simply turn it on and you can put a message, and then you can also add the post call analysis. Like it's a kind of a summary that your AI agent will have after the call is done. And then you have got these options, the test audio and the test LLM. We are going to perform this at the end of the demo. Let's go to the states part right now. Okay, so now you can see we have got 4 different states over here. One is the welcome state, and that is basically the greeting part. And then we have got the new patient state, like this state is going to register the patient, and then that registered patient is going to get its appointment booked over here in this state. And then we have got the close call state. Okay, so let me show you the first state, and that one is the welcome state. We have told the objective, and that is basically to understand the purpose of the call, answer the general queries, then transitioning the patient to the new patient state. And then we have also mentioned the success criteria, that you have figured out the intent of the patient and then you have transitioned to the next state. That is basically what the success looks like. And then we have got the new patient state, and over here we have told the objective that it has to collect the certain information of the client, and then it has to create the account of the patient, and then it has to transition to the next state, and that is basically where the appointment of the patient is booked. We have told it that you need to collect the first name, the last name, the contact number and the date of birth. And once you have collected all of this information, then it has to run the tool, and that tool is basically patient creation tool. This tool has to basically create the patient in the database. And then guys, this is the URL, and from where we are getting this, let me tell you that. So if you go to N8N, we're going to talk about the N8N automation in details right after this. So this is basically creating the patient automation that we have, and this is the webhook. And when you click on the webhook and you go to the production URL, not the testing URL, right? And then you copy this and then you paste it over here. So how it works, once we have collected all of this information from the patient, then this tool runs, and the name of this tool is, let me show you guys, this is the tool. So once information is collected, run the patient creation tool, and it takes all of this information and it takes it to the create patient automation. This HTTP request is basically integration of the CRM, and then all of this information goes to the CRM. We are going to talk about this in detail right after this. Tell you how this custom function works. So if you see, this is a custom function, and all of the formats of each of the custom functions are same. Like everyone has to be a type of object, and then you have to define the properties. In properties you have two options. One is a variable, like we have the variable of email over here, and we have to define it that this is a string, the type of email is a string, definitely. And then the description is the patient's email address, and this is what you're telling the LLM what it is. And these variables we got from the API documentation. And then LNAME is definitely has to be a string, and then the description is that it is the patient's last name. In the end, you have defined that these are the information that we need to collect. And let me tell you other functions that you can basically create. So you have all of these options. You can end the call, transfer the call to any number that you want. You can have the press digit IVR navigation, like press 1 for this, press 2 for that. This is the typical old fashioned way, but if you want to integrate it, you can do that as well. And then you can also integrate the cal.com, and you can send the SMS. And then this the custom function that we already are using over here.
We are using basically two custom functions. One is the patient creation one, and the second one is the booking function. Show you this edge part, like don't be confused about it, it's not that complicated. Let me tell you, we had collected all of these information from the tool that we ran, and that was the patient creation tool. And now same information we want to transfer to the next state, and that is basically the new appointment state. So what we'll do, in the edge we will mention that in the same JSON format all of those information that we had collected, including the pat num, first name, last name, the contact number, email, and the birth date, to go to the next state, and that is the new appointment state. Now the patient has been created. If we go to the next state, and that is basically the new appointment state. So here you can see we have defined the objective, that it has to basically ask the patient what date and time the patient wants to book an appointment, and then it has to basically book the appointment at that time, and then it has to go to the next state, and that is the close call state. And then we have told it that the timing has to be from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You cannot book after that, after 5 or before 8 a.m. It has to run the booking tool once it has collected all the details. Okay, this is the booking tool, and we are telling the LLM model that use this tool to create the booking, and then this URL is coming from the automation that we created, and that was basically create booking automation on N8N. If you click on the webhook and if you go to production URL, you will find this URL that you have to copy from here, and then you have to paste it over here. And then we have the close call state where we are telling that you have to just end the conversation. Okay, so let me help you go through the N8N automation part. N8N, how N8N works, we are basically connecting Retell AI with the CRM, that is Open Dental. And you can use make.com as well, you can use the Zapier as well, but N8N has some of the advantages that this is basically open source, and you can deploy it even on any self-hosting platform, because we had the requirement that it had to be totally HIPAA compliant. So that is why we used N8N. You just have to fill all of this information and you'll get this 14 days free trial. But what we did, so we hosted this N8N automation on the Azure. N8N dashboard looks something like this. These are the two automations that we have created for the use case that I told you about. This use case is for creating the patient, and this use case is basically for creating the booking. Simply click on create the flow, and once you are there, I have attached the N8N automation blueprints for both of the use cases in the description. You can simply download from there, and when you click on these three dots and you click on import from the file, you have got these blueprints. You can simply click on them and it will be imported by itself, and then you can just follow along my instructions. Okay, so now let's start with the first automation, and that is creating the patient. Once you create the patient over here by making the use of the tool patient creation, this automation is triggered. And how this is working, let me show you that. So in the first node we have the webhook over here, as you can see. Post method, because we are basically creating a patient, you must have to choose this respond to webhook. And how do you create this node? When you click on this plus button, and then when you go to the webhook, and every time you will get a separate URL that you will have to copy and paste in Retell.ai. How we are getting the information for this HTTP request, because this is a bit of complicated task. So as you can see, we have got this URL, and let's talk about step by step. First of all, we have got the post method, because we are going to create the record of the patient. Then if you go down, this is the important part, because this is the authentication, and then we need a developer key, and then we need a customer key. I'm going to tell you how we are going to fetch that. And then in the JSON body, we need basically the first name, the last name, the contact number, and the email, and the birth date of the patient. So let's start from this part, how we got this thing. So for this, you have to go to the new tab, and then you have to search for Open Dental API doc. Okay, so once you go there, you have got this option, and you can simply click on API documentation, and then you have got all of these APIs. API basically help you get the data from the CRM, and that is basically Open Dental in our case. So as we are going to create the patient, so we need an API that has the access to the list of the patients. And if you simply search for that, this word that I have posted over here, you will find that it is in the category of post. These words, the F name, L name, wireless phone, email, and birth date, basically we are getting from here, from the API documentation. And all of this data we can basically get, put or update from the CRM. So you just have to simply copy this API and you have to paste it over here. Okay, so now you have to authorize this N8N automation so it can post into specifically your CRM. And for that you need this authorization key, the developer key, and the customer key. Okay, so this you can simply get from the documentation of Open Dental. If you go to this link, I'm going to paste this link in the description as well. So if you come over here and then you simply search for this keyword, you will find it over here. So this is the format basically you are getting from here. You will simply copy and then you will paste over here. And then for the developer key, what you have to do, you have to go to the new tab and you can search for Open Dental Developer Login. And if you go to the developer portal, now guys, this will be provided to you by Open Dental if you have an account over there. Copy paste your username and the password. So now these are the customer API keys that you can request from Open Dental and you will be provided. And you can simply copy from here and you can simply paste at the place of customer key. And for the developer key, you can basically get, if you click on the account from here, you can simply copy and you can simply paste at the place of the developer key. Use states are ready, our workflow is ready. So we are going to test it step by step. How we can test it? We have two options. The number one option is we can test it via test audio, and that is basically real time talking in the browser. The second one is using the chat. This is the free feature. So once you click on the manual chat, you have the option of conversation with your AI call assistant in the chat format, and this is free, and you are able to test all the tools and all the workflow. So we'll start talking to it. Hey Olivia, I want to book appointment. Okay. So now as you can see from the welcome state is going to the new patient state where we have the first tool, and that first tool is basically the automation of creating the patient, and it's asking us our first name. So we can say our first name is Love this Korea. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So we are just adding the random data over here just to test the use case. 1 Jan 1999. All right, let's see. Okay, so as you can see, this tool has run the patient creation tool and we have got the patient number as well. That means it was a successful execution. And then we are now transitioning to the new appointment. And if you go to the CRM, if you go to this select patient section of Open Dental, okay, so you can see the first name is Love. This tutorial, we have got the pattern, the age, and the phone number, the contact number we have got. So now this, all of that information is successfully executed and we have got it into our CRM as well. And the next step is to getting the appointment booked on the calendar. So now we are into our new appointment state. We have been notified that the record has been created and now it's asking us, when would you like to come for the appointment? So what you have to do, you have to go back to the create bookings. So you need this API link. I'm going to paste this API link into the description as well. So how you're getting this API from the API documentation. Okay, so now the next step that you have to do is you need to have the authorization. I already told you from where you can get this one. So let's continue from here. I want on 9th of June at 2 p.m. and let's see the results. Okay, so now the tool had been executed and it had all the information. The AI is telling us that your appointment has been successfully booked for 2 p.m. at 9th of June. And then we were taken to the next state, and that was basically close call state. And if you go to the CRM, you will find out that on 9th of June, this appointment has been booked. Our AI call assistant is ready. We definitely need to connect a contact number to our inbound call assistant. So if someone calls, our AI call assistant speaks to it. And also if we have to perform the outbound calls, we can do that using that contact number. So you have got the two options. If you want to buy a new number, you can simply buy it either from Twilio, either from Telnix. But if you already have the existing Twilio number, you can use SIP trunking to connect it. And how you can connect it by using the SIP trunking, I am going to attach the official documentation of Twilio and Retell AI in the description. You can simply follow the steps. It's very easy. The best option is to buy the number from the Twilio, and for that you have to do is you have to go to the official website of Twilio. Over there you have got the option, either you want to start for free or you can also log in if you already have an account over there. You have to fill all of this information. Once you'll fill all of that, you will be directed towards the dashboard. and you can buy your number by clicking buy a number, and you have to pay around $1.5. So once you have bought the number, you have to go to the documentation, and then you have to just follow, and you'll be good to go, and your Twilio number will be connected with your Retell.ai. Okay guys, so as we have tested our workflow and all the tools by using the test LLM, and now we have integrated Twilio with it as well. So the best option to test it in the real time is by using the test audio. Why? Because it's very cheap, it's a very little cost. You are not even involving the cost of Twilio, but you are talking in the real time and seeing how the AI sounds and is it correctly integrated with the CRM or not, and the automations as well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna click on this button, test, and then we're gonna talk to it in the real time.
Hello, thank you for calling OrCirc. This is Olivia. How can I assist you today?
Hello Olivia, how are you?
Oh, you're so kind to ask. I'm doing fantastic, thank you. How about you? How can I make your day a little brighter?
Thank you so much Olivia. Basically, I want to book an appointment with you guys.
You're so welcome. I'd be absolutely delighted to help you book an appointment. Have you visited us before, or would this be your first time with us?
This is going to be my first time with you guys.
Welcome to OrCirc. I'd be happy to help you schedule your first appointment. Let's get started by gathering a few details. Can I get your first name?
My first name is AI.
Thank you. And what's your last name?
My last name is Tech.
Got it, AI Tech. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
My number is...
Perfect. Now, what's your date of birth?
My date of birth is 28th of August 1996.
Thank you. So your date of birth is August 28th, 1996?
Yeah.
Lastly, may I have your email address?
Yeah, my email address is ai@tech.com.
Thank you. Just to confirm, your email address is ai@tech.com, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Perfect. Let me create your account now, and then we'll move on to scheduling your appointment. One moment. Your account has been successfully created, AI Tech. Now let's move on to scheduling your appointment. One moment. What date would you like to book your appointment for?
Yeah, I would like to come on 9th of June at 3 p.m.
Thank you. So you'd like to book your appointment for June 9th at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Let me confirm that slot for you. One moment. Your appointment has been successfully scheduled for June 9th at 3 p.m. You're all set, AI Tech. Let me wrap this up for you. Thank you so much for choosing OrCirc AI Tech. If you have any more questions or need assistance, feel free to call us anytime. We're excited to see you on June 9th at 3 p.m. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. Take care. So as you saw that we created the basic AI call assistant for dental clinics that we integrated with the N8N automation that was further integrated with the custom CRM of the client, and that was Open Dental. So hope this video was helpful. And by the way, I run an AI automation agency by the name DevMed Solutions, and we provide all of the services like AI call assistants, AI chatbot, all of that. So if you want us to build an AI call assistant for you guys, and even AI chatbot, or even the custom AI agent, we would love to do that for you. And you can also book a discovery call with me. See you guys till the next video. Take care.